XC views on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to IWC Aftershock. I'm your host, Justin Plummer, and this episode we're going to be taking a look back at IWC's 10th anniversary event, No Excuses. Now this event was packed full of action and news, so let's dive right into it. Early in the night, Justin Idol was set to face his rival, Dalton Castle, in a one-on-one match. Unfortunately, when Justin Idol reached the ring, he had an announcement to all the IWC fans that he would have to walk away from the IWC due to a serious injury, at least temporarily. Now this was an emotional moment for Justin Idol and the fans, but it was interrupted by the arrogant Dalton Castle. But the joke was on Dalton Castle, because at that point, Matthew Justice made his return to the IWC, beat Dalton Castle, and effectively ended his undefeated streak. Now a few weeks prior to the event, I got an invitation in the mail from Dalton Castle for a 10th birthday party for the IWC. I went to that party, but before it got started, I wanted to catch up with him and ask him how it felt for his illustrious winning streak to come crashing to an end. Let's take a look at how it went down. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here in the locker room of Dalton Castle. I received this invite a few weeks ago stating that he was holding a 10th birthday party for the IWC. And it looks like he decorated, he's ready to go, but I don't see Dalton Castle anywhere. You know what, I have an idea. Come this way. Hey, Dalton Castle!
Surprise! Happy birthday, IWC! How'd you know about this? The Facebook invite, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Yes! I knew it! You got it! All right. Well, you're the only one, which is okay. I prepared for a lot of people. Birthday party, a lot of people, but you'll do.
Okay, listen.
You'll do, Justin.
Don't...
This is great. Hang this up, got the balloons.
These are all good. Listen.
Party hats,
before
party
we get
peacock, you get the theme.
Before we get the party started, and I'm excited about
Party
this. It's
started.
the 10th anniversary of the IWC. I want to ask you, thank you. Your impressive undefeated streak came to an end tonight. I wanted to get your feelings, your thoughts on that defeat.
You're confused. My opponent, Justin Idol, he retired. I retired Justin Idol. Therefore, still undefeated, Dalton Castle in the IWC.
Wait.
I didn't make
now, Justin Idol, he said he was just taking a break due to injury. It didn't have anything to do with you. But what about Matt Justice making a return?
My opponent retired. Therefore, I am undefeated still.
Okay. All right.
Do you want some cake? I went through the trouble. I got us a cake. Listen, I know it's just you and I, so we're gonna have to eat a lot of cake. But this is a party. I'm a party peacock. I'm celebrating the 10th anniversary of IWC. Look at that. Get a look at this. That is buttercream on top. It's delicious.
Okay.
And I think to celebrate, you and I, in this party setting, should sing to IWC.
Listen,
we know the words.
I don't sing.
Happy birthday to you. Wait a minute. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. This isn't a celebration. 10 years of IWC? Why would we celebrate that? The first 10 years of IWC sucked because they didn't have Dalton Castle. And now that I'm here, the future of IWC is the celebration. This is a happy rebirth. There's no telling how high this peacock can fly. Ah! Clean yourself up!
Unbelievable. You know what? How about we just move on? On a brighter note, it was the 10th anniversary of the IWC, and along with it came many familiar faces from the past. IWC Aftershock's cameras were rolling in the locker rooms. Let's take a look at some of the blasts from the past that were on hand at No Excuses.
It's been a long time since Balls Hot's been in IWC, but what a better time to come back than the 10th anniversary. And you know what? It seems just like old times. Fans are going nuts. CJ Sensation's getting dropped on his head. And I have to reach out, and no matter if it was Chuck Roberts, Norm Connors, Thank you for the career I've had here, and I want to thank you fans.
Back in IWC after a long time, and this is their 10th year anniversary. And let me tell you what, I had a hell of a time. Super Hentai, you did this to me, and I loved it. I want to do it again, one more time. Thank you, IWC. Thank you, all your fans. I love this place, and I always will.
Turtle Marshall, it's good to be back. 10 years IWC, and we've been here for about 7 of them. And this time when we're coming back, it's not going to be some Los Dagos BS. It's going to be the Gambinos back to what the Gambinos do best.
You know what? We're back for one reason and one reason only. That's to get to the top of the IWC Tag Team Division. And it really doesn't matter who we have to run over to get to that place.
Correction, not to the top. Back to the top for the 7th time, I believe it is. 7 times.
See you soon.
I think of all the returns that IWC No Excuses, mine was probably one of the most unexpected. But now that I'm back, I just want to let everyone know that my sights are set on the IWC Super Indie title. And just in case you forgot, my name is Matthew Justice, and I am young, metal, and ready to attack.
Now, how can you forget about the 4-way ladder match for the vacant Super Indie title, December 10th at Winner Takes All? We already know that Logan, Shulo, and Matt Cross have qualified, and at No Excuses, Hollow Wicked qualified as well. Now, thanks to our friends over at Digital Horizons, IWC Aftershock has some exclusive footage of the final 3-way match qualifier to get into that Super Indie Championship match. Let's take a look at who the final qualifier was.
Champion December 10th, and this is step 3, a multi-step process to get us there. Icarus elevates himself to get leverage on the takeover, but Samurai and Facade both connect with the partner Jason Gory's in a qualifier later. What if both Flip and Easy members make it to the 4-way December 10th? And Facade goes springboard corkscrew to the outside. Samurai can fly as well! Many have toured the world with it. Many have went to WWE, to Impact Wrestling. Facade, great neck strength, that balancing act. Icarus didn't see that one coming. Facade springboard again, and for the second time, Icarus also slips out of harm's way. The frontman Logan Shulo and M-Dog Matt Cross. Icarus went to finish this off with what looked like a modified pedigree. Facade countered but walked right in to an Acai DDT. Shades of the Ultimo Dragon, again that Mexican and Japanese influence of Samurai Del Sol. Very worldly competitor is Del Sol. And Icarus sends Samurai and hard. That was the Blu-ray, because it was better than a DVD. Get it? Icarus took several painstaking minutes to explain that intricately to me in the back. I thank you, Mr. Icarus. Centering exchange, Facade gets the momentum once again! A variation on maybe a Michinoku driver. And now, cattle mutilation, shades of Daniel Bryan Danielson. And Icarus taps! Facade made it!
Here is your winner and moving on to the 4-way ladder match for the vacant IWC Super Indie Championship, Michael the Baller Facade!
The Super Indie title won't be the only vacant championship up for grabs in December, because Jimmy Vegas and Dennis Gregory had not defended their titles for over 60 days, thanks to a request from Norm Connors. Chuck Roberts stripped the founding fathers of their tag team championship and put the vacant titles up for grabs in a scramble match in December at Winner Takes All. Now, the night only got worse from the founding fathers from then on, because it was announced that Bubba the Bulldog, out of protest for losing ownership of the company, had not shown up for the main event match in which he was supposed to team with a founding father of his choice to take on a team of Shima Zion and Jimmy DeMarco in a Fans Bring the Weapons match. But a little bit more on that later, because at this point it was time for the World Heavyweight title match, where John McChesney would battle Ray Rowe in an I Quit match. Shockingly, J-Rock made his return that night and disgustingly turned on his best friend, Ray Rowe, throwing fire in his face ending the match and causing the referee to award the victory to John McChesney. At that point, Chuck Roberts had enough. He hit the ring. He told McChesney he would be taking Bubba's place in the tag team Fans Bring the Weapons match. And he had this special message for Bubba the Bulldog.
It's for Bubba the Bulldog. You see, Bubba, this is twice now that I own this company that you've ditched these people and you've no-showed. You have an excuse every single time, and the fact of the matter is, you're not a professional. And you damn sure not going to wrestle for this company again. And you want to call this what you call it? You get this on camera, we're going to put it on the website, and you're going to watch it. Because guess what? I wish you all the worst and evers that you could ever have. Bubba, you're fired!
And with that, you have witnessed one of the biggest falls from grace in wrestling history, because in just a few months' time, Bubba the Bulldog went from partial owner of the IWC to being completely fired from the company altogether. And with John McChesney still in the ring, it was time for the Fans Bring the Weapons main event tag match. Now, I was at the door as the fans entered the arena with their weapons, and this brings up the perfect time for IWC's fan reaction. Because what's the only thing better than the IWC fans? Of course, it's the IWC fans with weapons in hand.
This guy's giving Jimmy Marco a leg up over his competition. I'm an analyst for IWC. Are you sure about this? I'm gonna take this here. We have a croquet stick. We have some keyboards, maybe some web surfing tonight. You never know. You can check out IWCWrestling.com. And a taco lantern. So there you go. There we go. All right. How many fathers? Here they are. What do we got? No IWC forever. CTV. Now what is CTV? We might as well put that on camera right now.
Countdown to destruction. That's exactly what's going to happen.
To the founding fathers tonight. This is the countdown to the destruction. Keep the weapons coming in. We have a bogey board. Here we go. Solid wood. Right across somebody installed tonight. What do we have here? A custom-made Balls Mahoney chair here. IWC chooses nicely done, sir. No, did you have to pull out the stone before you brought it? I can tell here. There you go. You got that? We have some. It's Michelangelo, baby, and the Ninja Turtles.
They go out of the nowhere, and I felt like seasonal. Seasonal, be right. Yeah.
Feels right. Seasonal? Yes. Trick or treat. Oh, it is kind of late, but it's never too late for some omelets. Depending on what today is. What's a weapons match without a pot pan? That is very nicely done. An IWC jack-o'-lantern. Who's who? Who's who? Who's the host here? I don't know. It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh. Yes, this is a magic wand. Somebody will cast a spell right here tonight and no excuses. Nobody gives a crap about the founding fathers. At least that's what I hear. Suck my muscle. It's a Jimmy Morgo stop sign. This is heavy duty. Now we're getting serious, folks. That is a Pontiac. I mean, that's solid steel. And here we go, baby. Our rock band gets all the fans, so keep them coming. We got just about everything here. This is a yard sale. This is a Fans Bring the Weapons match.
And if all of those weapons being legal in the main event tag match weren't enough, we had special guest referee from IWC's past, Mickey Gambino, and the added stipulation that if Shima Zion or Jimmy DeMarco were to score the pinfall in the match, they would become the #1 contender for John McChesney's IWC World Heavyweight title in December at Winner Takes All. Now, Shima Zion ended up getting the pinfall in that match, effectively becoming the #1 contender. I was able to catch up with John McChesney following his defeat to get his reaction on his title defense against Ray Rowe, his upcoming cage match in Clearfield versus Jimmy DeMarco, and his title defense in December versus Shima Zion. He was fired up. Let's take a look at what the IWC champ had to say. I'm here with John McChesney. Wrestled 2 matches tonight, kept the title.
That's why I'm the world champion, Plummer! Because I am Big League John McChesney! I beat you, Ray Rowe, and then we may not have came up on the winning end of that second match, but that's what a champion does. He stays out there for his company, for himself, And now you're going to tell me that I have a match with that maniac Jimmy DeMarco on November 5th in a cage? Jimmy, I have 2 weeks to prepare for you, and I've been preparing for November 5th for my whole damn life. I am the IWC champion. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing Chuck Roberts can do about it. November 5th, Jimmy, you're done. Whoever I have on November 19th, you're done. And Shima Zion in December, your TNA dumbass is going down too. Because I'm the champion around here. You got it?
Now, just because no excuses has come and gone, don't forget about our upcoming events. Because on November 5th, the IWC returns to Clearfield, Pennsylvania for Combat in Clearfield 2, featuring Jimmy DeMarco versus John McChesney inside of a 15-foot-high steel cage. And then 2 weeks later, IWC presents Night of the Superstars, where you'll see Tracy Brooks, Gail Kim, Chavo Guerrero, Carlito, and special guest host, hardcore legend Mick Foley. Now, if you have any suggestions, questions, comments for me or the IWC Aftershock staff, email us at iwcaftershock@gmail.com. That's all the time we have for today. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still with us, you just survived